The following feature presentation is part of the Skywalking Network.
This is what you can look forward to on this year's end episode 541 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
What is a labubu? What is going on with these things? That's all I hear about.
To see that you guys felt the love that was intended is all I could have wanted with it.
But this year, I feel like we finally cracked the code. Yeah.
Like, I was hanging out with half the cast of Back to the Future in the world of Back to the Future, right?
As much as I love it, and I know I'm gonna catch some flack here, I'm gonna have to say.
Are you ready?
Off to Neverland!
Here we go!
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
When I first made Star Wars, everybody in Hollywood said, well, this is a movie Disney should have made.
You're more than just fans. You're family.
Best day ever!
Secrets loud. It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
Hey.
When you use a bird to write with, it's called tweeting.
When we visit the world of Disney, we never grow old. It's a Peter Pan, Never land that keeps us young in heart.
This is Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you are skywalking through Neverland. I have a good feeling about this.
Happy New Year's Eve, Skywalkers! Another fantastic year is almost in our rear view mirror. So coming up, we will reflect on the best of 2025 with our good friends Bobby Robertson from Rebels Scum and Jenn Diz from the Disneyholics Podcast.
And we'll also look ahead to personal fandom goals in 2026.
But for right now, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife Sarah, who's looking very, very festive in her holiday attire.
It's one of the few last days we can wear our holiday attire, right?
Yeah, legally we can't wear it past what? January 5th?
1st.
Oh, 1st.
Well, technically January 6th is like Three Kings Day, but
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay, when does Disney take down their holiday decor?
6th or 7th, yes.
Okay, so that is like the last day we can legally wear holiday clothes. After that, it's like what? Springtime attire?
Yeah, well, Lunar New Year, according to Disney.
Okay. Our clock is now set by what Disney is doing.
So in August we
parks.
celebrate Halloween.
Yes. Well, August. Yeah, exactly. In August. Yes.
All right, Skywalkers. Well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Skywalking Through Neverland on YouTube to see all the clips and additions that we put in the video version of the show. We work hard every week to add those, and it's a really much fuller show. That version is.
Well, sometimes it's fun to crystallize our thoughts with actual clips.
Yes.
So you can see it and hear it.
Yeah.
You know what they say in show business?
Pictures worth
show it.
1,000
Don't
words?
say it.
Oh, okay.
And pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Art.
They say a lot of things in Hollywood. A ton of things. Most of which are not true.
Okay.
But those two are true. Which is why you should subscribe to Skywalking Through Neverland on YouTube.
Wow, you brought it around.
Mm-hmm.
Very proud of you.
Thank you very much. And plus, we put a lot of work into it.
Yes. We are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, and pop culture fandom. So it's time for your weekly Wookiee hug. And your little sprinkle of pixie dust for our family of Skywalkers.
All right, now we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond-level Disney vacation planner travel agency that can help you book your trip to a Disney park around the world. And best of all, this service is free. Free during the holidays? Yep, free all year round. So head over there to smallworldvacations.com for a no-obligation price quote and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Now, Spirit Jersey has their own Star Wars and Disney license, as well as a ton of other licenses that you can buy outside the theme parks now. So you can head to spiritjersey.com and get a free shipping code, Skywalking Neverland, which is SKYWLKNVD.
Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on December the 30th, 2025, New Year's Eve.
It is. I'm reluctant. I like December after Christmas. It's such a nice time.
Oh, that whole week between Christmas and New Year's, it's like the nether week. It's like a week outside.
Outside time.
Outside of time, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, we can do whatever you want. We spent this whole week just going over 2026 plans, which we'll talk about very, very soon. And we got a lot accomplished. We're going to do a lot in 2026.
We are.
This was all decided in this last couple of days, really.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this week.
But it is December 30th, so let's look back on history and not forward. And Richard, what happened today in Star Wars history?
Well, we're going to celebrate a couple of birthdays. First, let's celebrate James Caan, who's celebrating his 78th birthday. And James Caan is a Skywalking Through Neverland alumni. He was born on this date, December 30th, 1947.
Wow.
So once again, a happy 78th birthday. And James Caan wrote the novelization to Return of the Jedi, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, The Goonies. He was the technical advisor on E.T. the Extraterrestrial. If you haven't heard our episodes with James, listen to him because he's a fascinating man.
Yeah, I remember my parents specifically reached out to us after that after that episode and were like, "Oh my gosh, this was such an amazing interview," because he's very fascinating. He's like had several different lives, like as an ER doctor and then as these novelization writers and all kinds of things.
He wrote for Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helped resuscitate E.T.
Yep.
He played one of the doctors in E.T. because he was one of the technical advisors. They said, "Hey, jump into this Walter White hazmat suit."
There you go.
And we had him on to talk about his new book, My Jedi Memoir.
Yes.
Also born on this date is Catherine Tabor, Padme Amidala in the Clone Wars and many Star Wars video games. She brought that character to life in animation form. How close do you think she got to Natalie Portman?
That's hard to judge just because the animated characters are almost a little different than the ones you see on screen in the live action.
Yeah, James Arnold Taylor really matched Ewan McGregor, but Matt Lanter had a whole different spin than Hayden Christensen, and I think Cat Tabor had her own spin from Natalie Portman.
I think yes, I would assume that too. Yes.
Okay, and I know it's not polite to mention a woman's age, but she's 46 years old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, at 46. What a youngin'. Just a kid. All right, we have 2 more birthdays to celebrate.
What? On this day?
On this date. Check this out. Are you wondering why I'm wearing my Mike Nesmith hat now?
I am.
Because on this day, Davy Jones and Mike Nesmith were born.
Aww.
Mike was born in 1942, which would have made him 83 years old, and Davy would have been 80 years old today, having been born in 1945.
Goodness.
So I had to commemorate the monkeys by wearing my Mike Nesmith hat, which you just altered for me.
I did.
Fits a whole lot better now.
Fits your head better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. Are we ready to look back at 2025 and set personal fandom goals for 2026?
Yes, we are.
Our DeLorean is waiting, so let's go.
Every year, we look forward to our year-end wrap-ups. It's always a blast to pull up favorite moments and reminisce over accomplishments in the past year.
It's even more fun when we invite good friends to join us and to share their favorites. This year, we invited Bobby Robertson from Rebel Scum and Jenn Diz from the Disneyholics Podcast.
Hey, Jenn and Bobby!
Hello.
Hello there.
We hope everyone's having a great holiday season, which begs the first question, okay? Out of left field.
Yep.
What holiday film or show did you watch this year? What, or even go one step further, what is a tradition you have to watch every single year?
Oh.
Let's see. Who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?
Jenn, ladies first.
Yes.
You know, I always have to watch Home Alone, but I did not watch Home Alone this year. I broke my own holiday tradition I put on myself. Geez, did I watch anything holiday? I know I must have, but I really just wasn't home a lot. I'm going to take that.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, not
So
Home
then
Alone. You're too busy and important to watch anything.
Then-
My goodness.
So what you're saying is that you weren't home alone.
I was not Home Alone. That is exactly what. It's like literally why I did not watch Home Alone. That's great.
Okay, Bobby.
That's perfect.
One of the movies my wife and I watch every year since it came out. It's actually a Netflix original. Klaus, the one with the mailman and the starting of the traditional Santa Claus Christmas traditions that we know, which somehow started through a Nepo baby who was part of the mail service in ambiguous Europe, Britain like area, and it's a really good one. It's got a top-notch cast. It's one of Norm Macdonald's last movies. He plays a pretty funny salt of the earth steamboat operator in that. It's got J.K. Simmons, who plays that movie's version of Santa, or who becomes Santa. His name is Klaus. And it's a really beautiful story. Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are also on the list. Both of those movies are absolutely fantastic. I also really like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies a lot. Those have always been some of my favorites ever since I was a kid, especially the second one. The second one is probably my favorite of the trilogy out of those.
Awesome.
I don't know. My favorite of the Home Alone movies is Home Alone 3. Says no one ever.
I was just like, all right, that's your favorite.
The two of you just looked at me like, Rich, we gotta go.
Yeah. So the Klaus movie is not animated, right?
It is.
It is animated.
It is animated.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw that come up on my Netflix. I just hadn't. I clicked on Great British Baking Show instead. So
she was gone.
Yeah.
It sucked her right in.
Exactly. But one of the movies we watched this holiday season, and we like to watch a lot of these every year, is Noelle. I love the fact this is with Anna Kendrick, and she and her brother Bill Hader are like son and daughter of Santa Claus, and then he dies, so Bill Hader's expected to be Santa. But then Noelle, she ends up she has the more Christmas spirit. What can we say? And she's just the cutest. It's got a really great message. Like, I cry every time at the end. I'm like, oh.
Oh, at D23 in 2019, the two things I really wanted to see on Disney Plus was The Mandalorian and Noelle. Because Anna Kendrick is just so darn cute.
She is.
I do remember being promoted at D23 for sure.
Yeah, there was like a cuteness off with like Anna Kendrick and Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who's going to out-cute who? And I think we all know the answer.
Yeah.
But Anna Kendrick, come on.
And then Baby Yoda did some mischievous thing and then turned to the camera and then he won.
Yeah,
exactly.
He got his little num-nums and we were all about.
Way back when they should have just called him Grogu from the start. That way we wouldn't be calling him Baby Yoda.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say last year we stumbled upon this film on Disney Plus called Christmas with Walt Disney. It's a 2009 film that was made for the Walt Disney Family Museum up in San Francisco. And now it's on Disney Plus, and it's really a big infomercial for Disneyland, which is what all Disney specials are. But it's all bookended with Walt Disney out in front of a blue screen as Santa Claus comes over and greets him, and things happen. It snows, but why isn't it snowing in the background, but just on the foreground? And it's just the cheesiest thing ever. But
because it was filmed in what, like 1962?
1962. They have excerpts from one of the first Disneyland Christmas parades where they have floats that represent the holiday from around the world. And there's one from China, and there's one from Israel, there's one from Japan, there's another float here. Cool. And as you're going through it, you're like, wow, how many things here would never be done today?
Well, because they had a camel.
They had a camel and a bear.
They had a bear.
A guy walking around with a bear.
Like on a leash.
Like a real bear?
A real bear.
On a leash.
Oh,
wow.
my.
Reminds me of the State Fair of Disneyland when they brought all those animals down Main Street.
Yeah, so next year we're going to do like a commentary and just pick out the things that would never be done. People on floats, costume characters just throwing candy at kids. maybe 2 of them are at them. I don't know. They were like just chucking them at them.
Well, they got to make sure it doesn't land in the street so the kids don't run into the parade to get them.
Fair.
Yeah, but these days someone would say, "Oh no, it hit my aura. I'm gonna sue Disney." So
my aura.
Yeah,
that's great.
Things like that would never be done. But if you haven't seen it, you've got to watch Christmas with Walt Disney.
I think I'm about to watch it tonight with dinner, honestly.
Yes.
I'm very happy that you mentioned it, even though it's post Christmas. It is not post 25 yet.
That's
so
right.
We're still good.
Write it down.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, speaking of 2025, before we roll back into 2025, tell us about Rebel Scum and Disneyholics for any of the Skywalkers who, for some reason, don't know about it.
So, Bobby, why don't you start with Rebel Scum?
Well, Rebel Scum Con started in 2024, officially with our first year in June, and we had a ton of Star Wars celebrity guests out. We had a ton of different Star Wars community members from different corners of the world, and we had a super fun, awesome weekend. And then last year we did it again. It started back with my other 2 partners. We call ourselves the Founders, Josh Durazo and Kentucky. And Josh is on like the vendor room side of things. Kentucky's on the celebrity guest and logistics side of things. And then I'm on the media and promo side of things, along with some of my other media teams, such as Dante, who you'll see a lot with our marketing as well. So together with all of us friends, we put together Rebel Scum Con to be this big, awesome fan organized event to celebrate the thing that we all love, Star Wars. And that also kind of goes back, because the name Rebel Scum probably sounds a little familiar, to the fan website rebelscum.com that's been around since 1996, founded by Philip Wise. The website that my partner Josh and I took over in ownership in 2021 after we were nominated to continue the legacy, so to speak. And we've been generating Star Wars fan news, content, and more ever since. And part of the initial start of getting involved with rebelscum.com was Josh and I always kind of wanted to do a convention of our own at some point. And when Kentucky kind of came into the mix on that, the 3 of us really gave each other the push we needed to make it a real thing. And now year 3 is coming up, August 7th or the 9th, 2026. We're going to be in Frisco again at the Frisco Conference Center.
In Texas.
We have even more hotels involved with us this time than we did last time. Last year we had around 4 or 5 hotels with a room discount for everybody. This year we have like 7 in addition to the main menu. And speaking of 7, we also currently have 7 Star Wars celebrity guests announced for the event. We just recently announced Michael Pangrazio and Paul Huston, 2 pairs of the hands that physically made the original trilogy for us.
Yeah, Michael Pangrazio was a matte painter, and Paul Huston worked in the modeling shop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Pangrazio was the matte painter, which is, I mean, so incredible. I mean, if you think of like the chasm and the Death Star, or
the Hoth Battlefield,
the Death Star 2 hangar when the Emperor arrives and all of the troopers are out, that's Pangrazio.
Wow, it's all those troopers.
Yeah, and there's one trooper that has his feet on backwards. I've seen that matte painting up close, and one trooper in the front row, his feet are on backwards.
Wow. My
Awesome.
goodness.
And we got plenty of great things to say about Rebel Scum coming up, so we won't go there just yet.
Well, thanks.
All right, Jen, tell us about Disneyholics.
Yes. So Disneyholics is a podcast made for Disney adults. Let's just say it, right? We went with a title that might give you a little hint of that, the Disneyholics Show. It's a weekly podcast every Wednesday. You can find it on any of your podcast apps. Long story short, 2 best friends since high school our true passion is anything surrounding fandoms and Disney. And we're like, we should make a podcast. People always tell us when we talk together that they just like, why don't you record this? You know, we're like, maybe we should. So we created a podcast where we bring up any topics from historic topics and do deep dives and rabbit holes to current things going on, and sometimes just vibe out on how we're feeling about things. And I'd like to say that we are very real. Like, we really tell everybody exactly how we're feeling about everything, and we don't hold back. We don't like sugarcoat for the Disney community because we're all adults here. And I love that about us. So if you want to come hear an adult version of a Disneyholics or a Disney podcast, come check out the Disneyholics show.
Like we were saying before we started recording, you're the only show, the Disney show we listen to now.
Thank you. Yes, I love that. I love that.
You and Mike TV have got a great rapport.
Yeah.
Yep. Been best friends since 90. I should even say this out loud. 96 or something like that. So yeah.
Wow. That's so, and it's so fun to hear that history in your podcast as well.
Right. Yeah, totally. Thank you.
Of course. All right. So let's start our roundtable of 2025 here. So we're going to go and I'll tell our personal fandom highlight of 2025. So what did you do in your fandom that would go to the top of your list? And Bobby, we're going to start with you.
I got to spend a good amount of time with Matt Wood at year 2 of Rebel Scum Con, and that was definitely the big highlight of my year. It was also like one of the things I was most anxious about because I have a bit of a Roger love, and I even brought out my 6-inch scale droid army to year 2 of RSC since we were having him out as a guest to showcase, because right now physically I have the most comprehensive physical collection of B1 battle droid variants. I have more physical variants on display than even model makers at Lucasfilm could possibly make, because nobody else has actually put in the time to physically paint all of the different variants on a physical model. Most of the images we have are images or some kind of video appearance. So while these variants exist in various mediums and forms of Star Wars, most of them really only exist physically right behind me. So getting to meet the man behind what is essentially my favorite character in Star Wars was very, very exciting. And he also signed my life-size Roger. We had a really great time. Oddly enough, Jenn has got the biggest collection of super battle droids. So the two of you should really mesh your collection. I'm not a big autograph person, but Matt was one of the few ones that I do have. When I met him at Comic-Con in 2005, it was so much fun talking, because he was like the new kid on the block.
Right.
And
I just said, please, just I want you to say my name as General Grievous, and he did. It's like, this is before you had like cell phone where you could have recorded it.
Bummer.
But just to hear General Grievous say your name, it's like, that would have been the top of my list for 2005 or for fandom highlights.
That's exciting.
That's a good one.
That's right.
All right, Jenn, what you got?
Yeah. So I got to visit a brand new theme park, and I think all of us probably did as well, but I got to visit Epic Universe, and I know I'm from the Disneyholics show, and this is not Disney, but it was definitely a highlight because Epic Universe is literally that. It's epic. And what I love about it is that, to not like dive all into that, but this is the first time we're seeing a brand new theme park from scratch with all the beauty and immersiveness and technology that we now have today and what we expect of today, and got to see that from scratch. So every corner of that place is just beautiful. It's totally blown away.
After Galaxy's Edge, for me, it's Dark Universe.
Yeah,
over Epic Universe.
We wish it was over here
100%.
so we could like go there during Halloween season and be like,
So much that, yes,
Yeah.
100%.
I think we spent most of our time at Dark Universe.
Yeah.
We would go over to Harry Potter Land, come back to Dark Universe, go to How to Train Your Dragon Land, come back to
Yep.
Dark Universe.
Well, that's my unauthorized question to you. Yeah. So Jenn, were you pulled into the Dark Universe portal most often? when you were there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I spent probably at least 2 hours, maybe almost 3 hours in there without even like visiting any attractions. We just hung out with the characters, like the
Yeah.
NPCs of Darkmoor. Like it was crazy. So much immersiveness. I really felt like I was in this space for a long time during my day. And I'm like, oh yeah, should we go get in line for Harry Potter? Like, what are we doing?
And was the Invisible Man snarky to you too?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You too. Bobby's shaking his head. Yeah.
He was a little too in character with Josh's kids at one point. I was a little like, is something about to happen? Nothing happened. But I was like, I was starting to get worried because like it was getting to a point to where he was getting a little too snarky with the kids, and I'm like,
yeah, that's the one thing about the Universal characters. There's been times when I've had to tell the Grinch, put the brakes on, okay?
Back off.
yeah, you gotta
reel it in, Grinch.
I know
Reel
you're
it
in
in.
character, you're great, but you gotta dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little. These kids don't realize you're playing a character all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. They think things are too real. All right, Richard, what about you?
We attended a lot of conventions in 2025. I think more than any other year that we've been together. But I gotta say, Rebel Scum Con was a definite highlight.
Nice.
I just love the community and the personal relationships of a convention that is not so overwhelming, like a celebration or a Comic-Con, and staying in the same hotel as where the convention is held. A definite highlight that is unparalleled. Where you can go upstairs, dump off your stuff, come back down, go upstairs, take a nap. 3 minutes later, you can come back down again.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Walk out your door. Maybe some of the celebs are doing shenanigans,
Yeah.
which did happen.
Yeah, having breakfast with Dennis Lawson, who like, hey, you were Wedge, and now you're asking me to pass over the ketchup. Oh my goodness! And so I think that was it. That was it too. It was a smaller convention than a Comic-Con or a Celebration, because those are just too ginormous. So these are small and intimate, where you could definitely talk to people in the hallways. I had a good conversation with Lauren Peterson, a model and maker, and an elevator going down to dinner, and we ran into Matt Wood a couple of times, and just seeing the people that we would never get a chance to see at a bigger convention, and just say, "Oh, hey, Sam Witwer, how you doing today?" And for me, that was just so immersive. It was a very immersive convention. And the panels we got to do, our trivia show we did.
Right.
And we did a classic Marvel Star Wars comic panel with Anna Graves, the voice actress of Satine Kryze in the Clone Wars. She is such a darling.
Yeah.
You just gotta hug her every time you see her. She's just so adorable. And this was the issue that we had done was the introduction to the Who Jibs. So everything just fell right into place.
It was super cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Rebel Scum Con is definitely my fandom highlight of 2025.
Well, thank you. That means so much to not just me, but to the other founders and everybody else who helped put that event together as well, because it took an impossible number of hands, a huge family to make it all work. And to see that you guys felt the love that was intended is all I could have wanted with it.
If people know us, they know that we're honest and we aren't just blowing smoke here. If we didn't like it, like, hey, Bobby, better luck in 2026.
Oh, bad.
So we're not too shy about saying things like that. If it's the truth, it's the truth.
That's so funny.
All right, Sarah.
Okay, now as a dichotomy to yours, really, San Diego Comic-Con, this convention is like so huge and crazy that usually, and we've gone for the past how many years now for trivia, for our panels, we've gone the past like 4 years, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds
right. But we've also gone before that, and every time we go, I'm just always like, I'm like very trepidatious about
very overwhelming.
Going, because it's very overwhelming. It's like anxiety inducing, and the logistics of just simply getting there and finding a place to park. But this year, I feel like we finally cracked the code, and from the stay to the panels to the logistics, and everything just seemed to work so well, which it doesn't usually happen. So I just had to give a huge shout out to all the Skywalkers who really helped smooth the way and volunteered for panels and put us up and just supported us like the whole weekend. It was just so amazing. And now I'm actually looking forward to next year at Comic-Con much more than I would be. And then right after Comic-Con, this year we also had Rebel Scum Con. So it was like this 1-2 punch of amazing stuff that happened. And then this coming year is going to be even crazier because we're going to have San Diego Comic-Con, going to have Rebel Scum Con, and then D23 Expo is like the weekend after that. So it's going to be insane, but fun.
It's going to be busy. It's going to be a very content-heavy year for all of us fans in the best way.
Just to let you know, that's the tip of the iceberg. The tip.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll get to that in just a bit.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Now, what were you looking forward to in 2025, and did it fulfill your expectations? Sarah, let's start with you.
Okay. Well, we already talked about Epic Universe, so I'm going to actually go with FanFest nights, which is another Universal thing. That after hours event at Universal Studios, and I was mostly looking forward to this because of the Star Trek aspect. Like, we've steeped our lives in Star Wars and we spend a lot of time with our Star Wars friends and we know a bunch of Star Wars things, but I don't always get to express my Star Trek fandom as much. And I had never been to the Star Trek experience in Las Vegas, but this seemed like this FanFest nights could be a fun substitute because you have like this walkthrough experience where you go to the bridge of the Enterprise and the 10 Forward Bar and Quark's Bar. Like, it just sounded fun. And so for fulfilling expectations, that's the other half of the question.
Yes.
Okay, so while the Star Trek stuff did, for the most part, fulfill expectations, I feel like the star of FanFest nights was Back to the Future immersive movie experience. That was insanely incredible to be on the actual backlot Hill Valley location where they shot the original film. You had like this 45-minute loop of people doing the story. You had the characters walking around you. You could interact. It was amazing.
So they brought the story to life of the first film all around you. So you're following all these characters. There's Doc Brown, there's Marty, and there's the principal and Biff, and having them interact with you, and they're always in character.
And the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and wow. It
was by far one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was like taking Sleep No More, if you're familiar with that, and putting it together with like some beacon of pop culture that Back to the Future is, and like making this world real for us to live in and be part of. Like, I was hanging out with half the cast of Back to the Future in the world of Back to the Future, right? Like, it was wild. And the fact that it like went so well for their, like, I don't know anyone else that's really tried that in that scale before. So like it just seemed to go so smooth.
And every single set of actors were just phenomenal.
Yeah, because they switch out every 45 minutes. You'd have like a different Biff and a different Marty.
Yeah, and like you said, this was where they shot the film. It's the equivalent of last year when we did the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, and they had a Frankenstein maze in the soundstage where they shot Frankenstein.
In 1931.
Oh!
Yeah. Insane.
That kind of stuff just gets me. It just gets me. It's just so spiritual.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. All right, so Richard,
you got Bobby taking notes.
Yeah.
Must move to California.
Must go to FanFest nights. Have you chosen your FanFest nights dates? Okay.
Well, I'm like thinking about that. I'm like getting to be in the middle of the movie essentially just sounds like one of the coolest experiences ever. And there's plenty of Star Wars locations even in the United States where you could probably do something like that.
He's got
ideas.
And that's why I'm like, interesting.
Putting that in the back pocket.
Bring everyone to Death Valley, have them being chased by Jawas.
Write that down.
And this is what they try to do with the Galactic Star Cruiser, but it was just too way out there for people right now. And we won't talk about the cost and everything, but having done it, well worth the money.
Right. All right, Richard, let's go to you now.
Let's see. What were we looking forward to in 2025 and did it fulfill my expectations? Well, we were looking forward to attending Celebration Japan. We've always wanted to go to Japan. Oh, it's such a mystical place. I really want to go there. And you roll a celebration into that? You can't go wrong. Could you? Yeah, you could. You could have it on Easter weekend. Why? Why? And for our business, our other side business, that's the busiest time of the whole season is Easter weekend. So we
Oh, I was
can't
gonna say
leave.
what.
And we
Yeah.
did leave once in like 2012 to go to a celebration in Orlando over Easter, and it was just we had to clean up a big mess when we got home. So we just can't do it. We kids can't leave over Easter weekend. So luckily, this next celebration in 2027 is the week before
Or after.
Yeah, it's the week after. Yes.
Yeah. Have some more beer, Richard.
Yeah, please. Where'd that go? I just want to leap over 2026, get to 2027.
Hey, I am just as ready for another celebration in the States as everybody else.
Okay, so yes, in 2027,
Yes, okay.
it's not going to be held over Easter weekend.
There you go.
Okay.
Got it out there.
All right.
Got it out. Okay.
We got it.
All right, let's go to
Okay.
Jen. We're going to go like backwards. So,
Yes.
Jen, what are you
Okay.
looking forward to in 2025?
So I'm just gonna take a personal route on this one. I moved to Anaheim in 2025. I'm from the Bay Area, so Disneyland was always a 6-hour drive or a flight, and that's kind of a nightmare. And I just need to be closer to the things I love. And meanwhile, my best friend and co-host Mike TV also moved about the exact same distance from Disney World as I moved from Disneyland. So now we are within 2 miles from the parks. And I brought my Disney dreams to life. And that was very much fulfilling my expectations. It's been the best year ever. So, yes, I am very happy. And yeah, that's what I was looking forward to. I had a job opening the end of last year that I got, and I knew it was coming in 2025. So I'm like, here we go.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
And your podcast has been really fun to listen to as you guys have moved in the different, various park locations. It's really fun.
It's been a little more chaotic because we're also like less available because we're just always in the parks.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, but we have so much more to talk about that's like experience related, right? Because we can just do all the things now.
Mhm.
There's no holding us back. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really fun.
Welcome to Anaheim.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's so much better living closer to you guys now.
I know. We got
know.
to hang out. We had what was that, Memorial Day party? What? I forget which party we came over for.
Oh yeah, over at my
Was it
house.
4th
Yeah,
of
I think that
July?
was something. Labor Day?
Maybe Labor Day. I don't know.
It was sometime in 2025.
And it was very fulfilling.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Bobby.
There was a couple of things, but one of the main things is kind of a twofer. I was looking forward to the side shows that we got in Star Wars for Disney Plus this year a lot, specifically Star Wars Visions Volume 3 and Rebuild the Galaxy, or sorry, rather Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2, because there's always such an emphasis on canon because the canon is important, of course. But these fun side stories where different cultures can interpret their own Star Wars stories and we can see Star Wars through a completely different lens is always really exciting to me. And Visions has always given us a really good look, and to get some follow-up to some of the characters and concepts we got introduced to in Volume 1 was something that I had been looking forward to since the end of Volume 1. Not that I didn't love Volume 2, and I'm definitely hoping that with Volume 4 that they circle back and follow up on some of the things in Volume 2 as well, because there were some really cool stories that I think need to be told some more from Volume 2. And then Rebuild the Galaxy is just fun, and you never know what to expect with it because of the way that they've taken something like Star Wars that is so super familiar to us and turned it on its head. Some of the characters and concepts haven't changed, but most of them are either the exact opposite or just similar enough for you to recognize, but still has some kind of fun twist element to it. For example, there's Darth Jar Jar. That was a pretty big thing when they finally added Darth Jar Jar to an official piece of media with season 1 of it. But then in season 2, we got to see characters like Darth Revan make their first on-screen appearance, even though it was through Lego form. We still got to see it happen. Jackson Rabbit from the Marvel Comics finally got to come on screen as a character and not as a skeleton in some shuttle crash. I love that figure so much. He is super underrated. For the life of me, I'll never understand why George didn't like Jackson, because supposedly he didn't like Jackson, considering some of the other goofy things he put in Star Wars. Maybe it was just because it wasn't his goofy idea. I don't know. I'm just speculating with the information I have. But getting to see some of these characters actually come back and to see the fandom respond to it in a positive manner was very exciting.
Yeah, watching Stranger Things, when you hear Gaten Matarazzo, it's like, hey, that's the kid from Rebuild the Galaxy.
That's right. There's that character in there. Wow.
Greebling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now let's move on to what was overrated and underrated in 2025. So, Jen, why don't you start us off here?
Oh man, I was really hoping I wasn't going to go first on this one, but it's fine. I'm going to say, and this could be controversial, I'm going to say overrated was most visual media this year, like film and series. I just don't feel like anything was like pow this year. Like, oh my God, this happened in 2025 and I'll never forget it in movies and TV.
Okay. Even Avatar Fire and Ash?
For me personally, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm kind of siding with Jen on this one.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I just don't think
I have not either.
I don't think I could sit down for a 3.5-hour movie anymore.
I know. I feel like I have to go see it in the theater because it's what it's built for.
Right.
But like, I really just don't want to. But I like kind of am going to drag my ass there. You know?
When are the bathroom breaks?
I know. We need an intermission. Like for real.
Yeah.
Can we get a real intermission on that? And then underrated. I, for some reason, just keep thinking back to the return of the Paint the Night parade at Disneyland, which is not necessarily underrated, but it's like a fan thing. Most people outside of like the hardcore fandom could care less. And that just makes Disneyland nightlife so much more beautiful. Like I really just would like see it even off in the distance. And I'm like, it's just glowing and it's pretty and the music's bumping and everybody's smiling. And it's just like such a great addition to have a nighttime, beautiful lit up parade in any theme park. So I'm going to go with that for underrated.
That's a really good one, I think, because I really loved that parade when it first came out on the was it the 60th anniversary of Disneyland, I think. And yeah, it just kind of disappeared for a while. And the music is so fun from that Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
Like, I love it. Yeah. So good pull there.
All right, Bobby.
Underrated. I'm gonna say probably the finale or the rather ending of the High Republic era. Not a lot of Star Wars fans, and I know I'm included in this, have really talked or touched base on that very much. But that was something that happened this year and was kind of a big deal because there was actually a lot more content in the High Republic than people realize in the 3-4 years that we were getting content from it,
right?
Which is pretty big. I mean, we had quite a bit of novels,
comics, junior novels.
We had the Acolyte. We have the Young Jedi Adventure series, which season 3 of that recently came out as well. I mean, there is a lot of High Republic era content, and with the era coming to its official close, it's weird that almost nobody's really been talking about it much. As far as overrated, as much as I love it, and I know I'm gonna catch some flack here, I'm gonna have to say Andor. I love Andor. It was a fantastic, amazing, beautiful symphony of a season in Star Wars. It truly is peak content, but I think it also kind of overshadowed a lot of other great content that we got for Star Wars this year too. And I think some fans seem to forget that there was a lot of naysayers when season 1 came out, And then those same naysayers were, wow, Andor's the greatest thing ever when season 2 was going. So I don't know. High Republic is going to be under, and Andor is going to be a little bit over. As much as I loved it, Andor is a fantastic, super, super fantastic show. I love it a lot. We're bringing Kyle Solar and Denise out for RSC3 because we love it so much, and we really loved spending time with Kyle with what little time we got with him at year 2 of RSC.
Okay, well, I'm excited because those two actors, like, I love seeing them together.
Oh my goodness!
On the circuit, so I'm excited.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm very, very excited there too. Yeah. As for the High Republic, I think it didn't get the send off that we were hoping for, just because there was just so much. It was just so hard to grasp onto anything. And I know a lot of fans who just said, "All right, I'm done with this. I don't know where to go anymore. I didn't read this novel or this novel, and I fell out of this comics. What do I do?" So they walked away.
It's a lot of hours to dedicate.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Like even I, after the phase 1, I bowed out.
And if you're not into reading or don't have the time to read, you just can't do it.
Right.
So yeah, I get that. Yeah. No, I totally get that. Yeah.
All right,
Sarah.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna go with another Star Wars thing for underrated. I feel like Skeleton Crew was underrated because I feel like this show is so fun. It had like all the adventure and fun aspect of Star Wars with kids that grew and learned, and they were stepping into their own hero's journey. It was like a good stepping stone in for a younger generation to come into Star Wars. And the music, like the little call outs, Mick Giacchino did the music, right? Yeah, son of Michael Giacchino. And the little call outs to various, like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
And just all this interesting music that he used for that. And yeah, I feel like it was super underrated because I feel like after that series was over, it just got forgotten about by most of the world, unfortunately.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is there any more like evolution with the whole Captain EO stuff going on in Skeleton Crew?
Not that we know of so far that we've
Okay.
seen.
Right.
So far that Easter egg's really been about it.
Okay.
But it was a cool Easter egg.
I really want a whole world of that to come out too. That's just my selfish.
Yeah, well, when they brought Captain EO back to Disneyland after Michael Jackson died, they had a whole big barrel full of those little fuzzballs.
Oh yeah.
And I
have one.
Oh, do ya?
Oh, we never got one, did we? No.
Yeah, that's one of those things we thought, it'll be there later on. And
I'll have to send you a picture of me with it on my shoulder with Tony Baxter.
Oh, wow.
Nerding out hard.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I hope they do continue with that because there's so many different avenues to go. A place like Atten that is just so off the map. We've never seen that in Star Wars.
It was such an interesting addition to the Star Wars universe too. That whole Atten and this like location that just has been out of the Star Wars history for so long. It's like, what can they learn? What can they give to the Star Wars galaxy?
And honestly,
so
I was
cool.
never a big Jude Law fan until Skeleton Crew. Now all of a sudden, I'm like a huge fan of Jude Law. He brought such gravitas to this role, and he was so believable and so genuine as Jod Nanal would.
All right, so for overrated, I felt, honestly, the buildup was amazing, but Fantastic Four First Steps, the film itself, I feel was a bit overrated because, yes, I feel like it was overpromoted and it was fun to watch. And while I loved the music to it by Michael Giacchino, but the actual story, if you really watch it, is just a mess. It's a big old mess.
Well, the fact that it's not set in our timeline, forget these alternate universes, forget pruning everything and prune this. Just prune everything to one timeline so we can follow it. As soon as I saw that, I thought, okay, I'll sit back and enjoy it, but I'm not going to get invested.
Right.
They lost me at the birth scene. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah,
like a great cast, and I love Galactus.
And that, I mean, I feel like the world, the style of the film was just excellent. You know, it was fun to look at, fun to listen to, but yeah. All right, so Richard, let's not dwell on that. Let's go on to your under and overrated.
All right, I'm going to say underrated. I'm going to go to another Marvel film, Thunderbolts. What a phenomenal film this was. This was the film that I was not looking forward to. I thought, we're just going to walk in there. We'll walk in, we'll walk out, and that'll be it. This will have no impact whatsoever. After Captain America Brave New World, when that fizzled, and I just lost all hope. But when I walked out of that theater, when we walked out, all of a sudden we had a bounce in our step. Like, okay, the MCU is back with Thunderbolts hashtag. It was just so much fun just to see that there's no Galactus, there's no Thanos, there's no Kang. There's just the inner turmoil of their own psyche. They had to deal with their own mental health. Yes, that was the villain of Thunderbolts and how they had to overcome it and help each other out. What a great film. And you didn't have to deal with all these bigger characters. You had the little characters from the TV shows and some of the movies. And if you didn't see Falcon the Winter Soldier or Black Widow, you could still follow it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great film. And so many people are like, this is not a good film. This is just not a good film. And well, are you basing that on your feelings for the whole MCU right now as a whole, or for this film? Is this a casualty of your dislike the way that the MCU is being handled right now? So don't let this be a casualty. Go into it with an open mind, and we don't get that a lot with franchises.
This is a good reminder. I need to go rewatch it because I decided to watch this one in 4DX, and I did not know what 4DX does, and I got beat up by my chair for the whole 2 hours, and I was laughing hysterically from the first gunshot that blew through the back of my ear on an air pistol or whatever you call them. So I need to give that movie another go so I can actually pay attention.
Yeah, do not see a movie for the first time in 4DX.
No,
because you need a seatbelt. You need to be strapped.
I didn't realize it was that crazy.
I wonder what Oppenheimer would have been like.
Oh my God.
Oh, we saw Revenge of the Sith, and we're being thrown all over the
man.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was like smoke came out.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, it was like snowing in the movie theater. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, we saw Solo and Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable.
Man.
All right. Overrated, I'm going to go with Labubu's. What is a Labubu? What is going on with these things? That's all I hear about. People talking about Labubu's. This Christmas season, I heard a lot of kids saying they want a Labubu. Go on to something else. Here.
And a chicken.
Just go play with these matches. No,
it's a Furby of 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy.
I think they're uglier.
Except it does less. Like, at least the Furbies hung out with you.
Yeah, they made noises and they were motion detected.
Yeah.
But
they also weren't like $50-$60 a piece.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. They're like so expensive, ridiculous, and they're just going to hang on your bag or whatever and get all dirty. It's terrible.
But they did have one for Celebration Japan with little Nisa.
Oh, they had the Ewoks. I guess.
Yeah.
Or are they called plush keychains? But they look kind of like.
So when they're not Labubus, they're the.
Yes, plush.
Yes.
Yes.
The Lafufus.
The bootleg. Oh my god! If I hear one more Labubu, I'm gonna Labubu someone in the head.
I wouldn't blame you.
All right, moving right along to what in pop culture surprised you in 2025. Let's start with Jen.
All right. I'm going to go political with this one.
Ooh.
And it's two moves that Disney made this year. One being the Jimmy Kimmel moment.
One of those things did surprise me too. Yes.
Yep. And also Disney opening a park in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good. Wow. See, I knew that's why we like different perspectives on this because, I would never think of those things. But yeah.
Big shocks for me this year.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest shock was Disney investing in AI.
That too, yes.
One of the global corporations who has been notoriously the most protective and in some cases a little zealous.
Like reinventing the copyright, quite literally.
A little zealous. I mean, the only other company that comes to mind right now that's just as protective, if not worse, is Nintendo with their IPs. And that, yeah, to see a company that has been so painstakingly protective and so punishing in certain areas in the way they protected their IPs to just, here's creativity. Let the calculators do it.
Ooh.
What doesn't it just to me it's probably one of the most, if not the most, hypocritical decision as a company they've ever made.
Yeah, what did I see? Something that on Disney Plus users will drive content where they can
That was
get
something Bob said.
Bob Iger, yeah. You can get a character like Darth Vader and create a story
Oh.
around your Darth Vader character. I can't see this happening. I cannot see this happening.
The paraphrase basically is the idea is you would be able to maybe one day prompt Disney Plus to just make content for you.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I don't like it.
It's not going to happen. It's I can
Not
say
even,
that.
Not even a little bit. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Walt's head is rotating in his jar right now.
I think everyone would just walk away. People would just be unsubscribing to Disney Plus and like, okay, Universal, here we come.
That's wild. I think completely the opposite. I think everybody is like, oh, I finally get to do what I want to do with these things. Not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that people will like it.
This is why we can't have nice things, because people will do some really bad things with these.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And they already are making this artwork and stuff they're trying to sell like conventions.
You showed me some crazy videos out there of like Star Wars deepfake characters, right?
Yeah, there's a whole YouTube channel where this person is making these little Star Wars mini films, and they're fantastic. If you had said this was it was real footage, I'd say, of course it is. I just
scary.
Can't. It's very scary.
Wow.
Scary times ahead, but maybe entertaining. Ugh.
Wow.
All right.
So what in pop culture surprised you?
Andor. And how politically charged this season was. I'm still trying to get my head around the whole Gorman massacre. That surprised me to no end. We had to watch that how many different times just to really fully realize this is a massacre in the Star Wars universe. This isn't just a little gunfire, not a blaster fight on a blockade runner. People are getting slaughtered over something that the Empire has done, come in there and just manipulated and just squashed a culture and a society because they want to. They want to rob the planet and just take off. On top of that, they're going to kill everyone. They're going to round them up in this arena and just slaughter them.
But they take the first shot of their own troop to start it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Something needs to be the catalyst, so we're going to peg off one of our own people, and that'll
Blame it on
start
them.
the whole massacre.
Yeah.
Even now, it's just so surprising. And if I can do one more.
Sure.
I'm going to say the announcement that Disney is releasing Star Wars in 2027. February of 2027. They're going to release the original 1977 version of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's the 1977 version, but I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to be the 1981 version with the episode for A New Hope.
Subtitle.
In 77, we never got all of that. Will we get that?
I guess we'll find out.
Well, they are really saying it's the 77 version. So if they say it, they gotta back that up, because how much hate will they get if they do not do that?
There's so many people that have been asking for that.
Yes,
it's exciting.
Yes. And Lucas is hey, no. Now Disney is like, okay, here we go. This is what you wanted. And do you know who's gonna hate this? The fans. They've been wanting it. They've been asking for it, so they're gonna hate it.
They're gonna complain either way.
I hope that with a theatrical release of 77 again coming back, I hope that opens the opportunity, especially since we've been inching closer and closer and sneaking little bits of it back into canon here and there, that we also bring back the holiday special. So that all of the younger generations who have really only now heard about it in like myth and hearsay and conversations from us older fans who have seen it and talk about it from here and there and have have seen Chewie's family and know that this is actually the origin of Life Day versus some, adding it back into lore is something that needs to happen. I mean, we keep bringing things back from it. The hologram circus we were talking about, Skeleton Crew earlier, was being played at Neil's house, and there's just so many other cool little things that just keep popping up here and there, and who knows what's going to pop up next out of the holiday special and make its way back into canon.
Lumpy. But there needs to be a disclaimer telling kids, you know how you're all so enamored over Love Island and The Bachelorette on Lava Island? Back then, every show was like this. Every show was a variety show. Just like now, every show is a reality love show where someone's getting knocked into a volcano or something. And you guys are all going crazy over that.
Or the Housewives of Love Island.
Yeah. You need to have a disclaimer that says that, okay?
Yeah. I love that.
Okay. Sarah.
Okay, what in pop culture surprised me? So I'm gonna take a fun note on this. So I've been on my Instagram way too much, apparently, because Jonathan Bailey has taken over the world, especially on Instagram, from what I see. But from
do you need me to step out for this?
No, it's okay. So he was on Bridgerton, the TV series, and then he launched into stardom with Wicked by becoming Fiyero. And then he was in Jurassic World as well. So he just had this 1, 2, 3 punch that just kept getting bigger. Wicked for good. Then he was named the hottest man by People. But my favorite thing is that he is a music nerd. And he was so jazzed to play his clarinet in the London Symphony Orchestra recording session for Jurassic World Rebirth. And to see his face as he's doing that, he's like, do, 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 do. And then he stops and he's like, he gets this little grin. Oh my God.
That's cute.
It was the best. I was like, okay, you have to love Jonathan Bailey. He's taken over the world. Not my world, but the world.
That'll be your hall pass.
Oh, it's funny. All right.
Okay, so.
Yes, shall we go?
Yeah, let's move on. Now, since the pandemic, I think everyone's been binging every single show out there. I don't think did we binge before the pandemic? Maybe we did.
Yeah.
Maybe we did. But.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What shows did you binge in 2025? And let's name maybe 3 or 4.
How about 3?
3.
Sweetie?
Oh, okay.
3.
Okay. Sorry, Sarah, do you want to go first on this one?
Yes, I do. I have 4 written here. So Great British Baking Show. I love this show. It's just so calming and relaxing and lovely. Then, so Richard and I, you've been recently watching Loot. So that is a fun show with Maya Rudolph. And it's a really good show. The interpersonal relationships on there are great. And then around Halloween, we had to rewatch and binge Agatha All Along, the entire series again. And you almost have to watch that twice around because, the first time is one way and then you get reminded of what the whole Ballad of the Witch's Road means. And so you watch it again and you're like, oh, it just hits you again in a different way. So those are my binges.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the first show that comes to my mind is The Studio.
Ooh.
With Seth Rogen. A phenomenal show, and I can't wait for a season 2. I worked in the film industry a little bit, so all this rang true so much, and it was just so meta the way they would dive into how these shows are being made, how these executives think, I want to do it just art films. Next summer, Kool-Aid the movie.
Yeah, because the money comes in and says, yeah, you got to do Kool-Aid the movie.
Yeah, do something commercial. And then they acquiesce.
Yeah.
Love The Studio. I'm going to say Squid Game.
Ooh.
We watched. And just as violent as the other season.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call out Hacks with Gene Smart. A phenomenal TV show. It's pretty much the story of a woman who... She's getting older. It's almost like the Joan Rivers esque type of comedian, and yet she hires this younger writer to really show her what the people of today are thinking and liking, and someone who can just call her on her BS when needed. And we all need that.
Yes. All right, Jen, what about you? What shows did you
Yeah.
binge?
I didn't do a whole lot of TV this year, but I did watch White Lotus season 3. Huge
Oh.
White Lotus fan. And then I finally watched Fallout. So I think Fallout was from last year, but I finally got time to watch it this year, which is great. And lastly, randomly, Love on the Spectrum. And it's like
Oh.
the best, most wholesome, like sweet feeling show ever. If you just want something like kind of like your British Bake Off, I bet. Like very different content, but just like makes you feel good. And it's like an
Okay.
easy watch. So,
Oh, yeah, we
don't
met someone.
we know someone from
Yeah,
there?
who was on Love on the Spectrum. It was one of Shamim's friends, I believe, that we had
yeah.
met. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I'm on that show. so-
Amazing.
Yeah, we that's on our list. We just need to get to it. Yeah.
it's so cute.
Okay.
Like so cute.
Oh, I love those wholesome
Yeah,
ones.
we'll definitely get to that by the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby.
Well, every new Star Wars season that we got this year, because I can't not watch Star Wars when new Star Wars content comes out. But then aside from Star Wars, we got the final season to Righteous Gemstones this year, which is a hilarious series that's on HBO. Another Walt Goggins starring series. I mean, he's not the star, but he's a star in that movie. Depending on who you ask, he probably is the star. A lot of people love Baby Billy. But it's a look at a family who runs a mega church in the I think it's South Carolina or North Carolina, one of the Carolinas, and it's just a kind of a spoof, but not really, on how mega churches are. And it's really well done. It's very funny. It's got a huge cast. Danny McBride, John Goodman, and a bunch of awesome guest starring cast members as well, in addition to the rest of the main cast. I probably binged Fallout 5 or 6 times this year in preparation for season 2, because the Fallout franchise is one of my all-time favorites, in addition to Star Wars and Transformers. So season 2 has been really, really good so far. I guess you could say I also recently binged Fallout 4, but that's a video game. So, but I definitely did that too.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, Fallout was a big presence at the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. And we
just haven't watched it
we
yet.
said at that point, we got to watch this show. Everyone said it's a good show, very, very good show. And
Yeah, it's funny. Mike called me out and said I'm doing it backwards. The first thing I did for Fallout was the Halloween Horror Nights house. Now I'm watching the show, and now I really want to play the video game. So it's just like completely.
They're all great.
That's funny.
You can't go wrong with any of them, in my opinion.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, now what would be the hashtag you would give to 2025, Bobby? Looks like something is on the tip of your tongue.
Hashtag Star Wars, just because there was so much Star Wars this year.
Okay.
I'm very Star Wars obsessed.
All right. I could live with that.
That works.
That works.
All right.
All right, Jen.
Following obsessions, I am very Disney obsessed, and I'm going to steal their hashtag for the 70th anniversary, which is hashtag Celebrate Happy, because this year has just been a bang of a year for me. So I'm going with that for this year, 2025. Hashtag Celebrate Happy.
Aw, love it.
All right. I'm gonna go with hashtag You Have Friends Everywhere, taken from Andor, the secret code word, and that just really, for me, encapsulates 2025. Going to all the conventions, doing the meetups, going to Jen's house, meeting new friends there. You just have friends everywhere, from Anaheim to Texas.
Oh, now I really like yours.
You can.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Well, mine is going to be hashtag Follow the Witches Road, which is kind of a mix of Follow the Yellow Brick Road and Follow the Ballad of the Witches Road. And it's all about my coven now with my girlfriends, and we do all kinds of fun things together. And we've really become this tight-knit group over the past 2 years now, I'd say. And it's just I just love it. Yeah, got it. It's important to have good, close friends in your life. And That's what that means.
See, that's very good. You have friends everywhere.
Oh man. Well, see, that's worse.
All right, now let's say each one of us got a DeLorean and we set it back to the time when we were 16 years old. What would you say about the year 2025? So, Sarah, let's start with you.
Okay, so that would be 1997 for me. And I would say to my 16-year-old self, just follow your path, and like Rose Tico said, embrace what you love. Don't spend an ounce of energy on those naysayers and the bullies, and just keep to your lane, keep to your people, and you'll have a good life.
Yeah. I feel sorry for those people who never could express their love. The popular kids in school, I can't like that because no one will think that I'm popular or this or that. These people had just so much hang up because they couldn't like something. I always felt sorry for them.
Yeah, you know what? I want to break in here because I'm listening to Will Wheaton's book, which is Still Just a Geek, his second book. And he had when people ask him like what does it mean to be a nerd, like at conventions and stuff, he says it's really about how you love something. And that's really what it is. Like, we go all in on what we love. We create podcasts, we create conventions, we do all these things, and we create community around what we love. And that's what makes us awesome nerds. So yeah, I just love that.
Yeah, when people used to call me nerds in high school, it's like, yeah, so? And what else you got? That's not the insult you think it is.
Oh, can I go next?
Yes, Jen.
Okay, I'm following up on Sarah's because mine's pretty similar. Mine would be, say, do what you love and do it hard. And it's literally the same idea. And I love what you just said. I now need to listen to Will Wheaton's book because like, absolutely that. Like, I've been a Disney fan since forever. And it's brought me so much joy in putting away the hangups of like what everyone else thinks is cool, and just do what you love, and who gives a what about what everybody else thinks. Just so much fun to just be yourself and be really real, and it's just great. I also would like to tell myself about AI and smartphones and how weird would that be to hear when you're 16.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
I'll look back every once in a while. I'll go on Facebook. Do people still use Facebook? I know I do. And I'll look up some high school friends, and they're all on there, and they look so miserable.
Boring.
They always have this. I've never seen any of them really give a smile. I look at my Facebook page, and every picture I'm smiling, I'm happy, surrounded by friends and family. It's like, okay, I think I chose the right path.
I'm like not even trying to like wave my own flag here, but like I've had so many people like that be like, oh my God, I love following you on social media because your life is so fun.
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm just doing, like, you could do it too.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
That's the weird part. Like, you absolutely could just do it if you just weren't so stuck in whatever little bubble you put yourself in.
They need a DeLorean now to go back to their 16-year-old self and say, just like what you like. Leave everyone alone.
Like what you like, or start liking what you like today.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, whatever it is, just do it.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
We only have this life,
and
you
don't
know?
be afraid of what anyone thinks, because that's not going to matter in 5 minutes.
It's true. And guess what? Being a Star Wars and Disney nerd is cool now, so it'll come around at some point.
It is cool.
Okay, Bobby.
It would be very similar. It would be continue to stay on the path of positivity and wanting to create joy and lasting memories for the people around you through the things that I love, like Star Wars and Transformers and everything else. Because I was very outgoing with the things that I loved at that age. And I mean, I would come up with just wild arguments and debates as to why it was appropriate to dress up as Darth Vader on a superhero themed pep rally day at high school back in the day, because he has superpowers. The Force is a superpower, and to a certain point of view, he could be seen as a hero. And it is. And the other thing would be, don't get discouraged about the people that you love who are only in your life for a season, because even though there are people who are part of your circles for certain times, sometimes they're not going to be in your circle forever, and who knows, sometimes they come back around, but it would be not to get discouraged by that, and also maybe invest in a couple of this Bitcoin thing that's just starting to be spoken about, because who would have thought that would have been what it was someday.
Oh yeah, I'd bring back the 2025 Sports Almanac, right?
Yes. Yeah, we all missed that one. Wow. Except for Richard, did you go?
No. So what?
You can still take back the almanac.
All right.
Share the wealth. That's all I ask.
I get a little bit of that in my answer. Now, in 1985, I was 16 years old. This was when Star Wars was going into hibernation. We had some of the Ewok movies, and we had Star Tours. We had a 3D comic series. We had like one thing a year. So I would tell myself, don't worry. It's going to go into hibernation. It's going to sleep. It's going to come back. It's going to get even stronger to the point where the mainstream will be like, oh, I've always liked Star Wars. And now that it's going to sleep, don't worry. It will come back. But for now, go into all these stores, buy up everything. Go into KB Toy Store, which is what I did. And I should have done it some more, and buy all the action figures that were going for pennies on the dollar. I bought 2 yak faces for like $1 each. These are now going for, I don't know how many.
So much. Hundreds to thousands.
Yes. I got them for $1 each. And I remember seeing a 12-inch IG-88 on the shelf, but I thought, no, I'll get some more action figures. If I could go back, just go into every store. They're blowing out all these Topps trading cards for $0.05 a piece. Just buy everything.
And don't touch them.
So it's kind of the equivalent. Yeah, don't touch them.
Put them in a time capsule, bury them.
Yes. Yeah. When you ring them up, please put on these white gloves. So instead of going back with a 2025 Sports Almanac, I'd go back with the knowledge that Star Wars is going to come back bigger than ever. So hang on to something and collect everything that you can.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, moving ahead to 2026. I know we all have personal goals, so let's go over our personal goals for the year 2026. And who wants to go first? Oh, can I go first?
Yes, you can, Richard.
Oh,
Richard.
Okay, I want to go first. We just love hosting panels. We did it at Comic-Con, and we did it at Rebel Scum Con. We do it at Comic-Con Revolution. It's just so much fun, and I love to see how happy people get when they come to our trivia shows. They win prizes. They get to learn new knowledge. I always ask everyone, did you learn anything? They always say yes. They always say yes. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. In 2025, we knocked out seven conventions and panels. And one of the conventions we did was Legacy Expo, where we did a Family Feud style game show. And Legacy Expo is mainly for the EU, the Star Wars EU. So you look at Family Feud, FEUD. We hosted this game show, and it was just fantastic with all of these Star Wars authors and actors.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds like a lot of fun in general.
It was.
I would love to participate in a game show like that. It just sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it at Rebel Scum Con 3.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It would be
fun. The odds are good. I don't need a protocol droid to calculate that.
Yeah.
And also if I can do 1 or 2, maybe up to 5 more, because like I said before, we got a big year coming up. We're going to be working with liningup.net.
Right.
And this is the organization that rallies fans to wait for a new Star Wars film outside of the TCL Chinese
Theater IMAX.
Yeah, the Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, where it all began in 1977. And they raise money for Starlight Children's Foundation. And this year they needed someone else to head up this aspect of liningup.net. So Sarah and I said, we can do that. We've done that before. Let's do that. So I'm really looking forward to raising awareness for Starlight and raising money and being with all these Star Wars fans as we camp out on the Chinese theater forecourt. That's going to be
That's
so much
amazing.
fun.
When does your camping start? Is it going to start like a few days before,
Yes.
or
No,
Well,
probably.
we're going to discuss that actually this weekend. We have a meeting with everyone.
So seeing how Mandalorian and Grogu, that's what we're basing it all on, and that's coming out in May 22nd. I probably maybe a week beforehand.
yeah.
In the old days of the Star Wars sequel, the old days in 2019, it was like 3 to 4 weeks. But now,
Right. So it's usually a week or two before, but you have to put in your time in the line like at least 12 or 24 hours. So you don't have to be there the whole time. You just have to, the more hours you do in the line, the further, the more you can choose,
your
the
seating.
earlier you can choose your seat in the theater.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really fun.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
which was such a big thing, I think, for Star Wars fan culture that's not really seen in any other film. Because I can't think of anything else that people genuinely camped out for days ahead of time just to buy the tickets, not to see it, to buy the tickets at the booth.
The Phantom Menace. I did that.
I can't think of any other franchise that has had that kind of explosion or experience other than Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that it's still alive.
Yeah, definitely. All
right.
right.
And,
Is that it?
Yeah.
So far?
So okay, Sarah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
All right, my turn. So I'll speak for both of us in that we are very excited to release a super secret Star Wars project that will be coming in the fall.
Ooh.
That's all we can say right now.
The contracts have been signed.
Locked and loaded, and yeah.
Yeah, and they just said don't announce anything just yet.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to try really hard not to bug you next time I see you.
We'll watch your career with great interest.
Very exciting. All
That
right.
is exciting.
Yeah, we're super excited. Okay, all right.
Yes, and maybe we're gonna bring some of this to Rebel Scum Con.
Yeah.
It's just,
Okay.
2026. Can't get here soon
That would
enough.
be really
I
cool.
know. All right, so Bobby, why don't you share what your personal fandom goal is?
I'm just excited to share Rebel Scum Con with all of my friends again, because last year we made a lot of new friends and had a lot of friends who hadn't been to RSC yet come for the first time like you guys did. And it was just essentially this big, awesome, happy Star Wars fan family reunion.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking forward to getting back to that.
And I like how you, like all throughout this episode, you've been mentioning how you're just excited to share and create a good experience for fans. And I think that's why we really like Rebel Scum Con, because you guys have the right mindset behind it. It's awesome.
And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Star Wars fans are just toxic. They're bitter." And you wouldn't know it at Rebel Scum Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's weird because we don't hide any of Star Wars there. It's all represented from the original 77 film through the sequels and everything in between and everything that hopefully is to come.
Yeah. All right.
Here. All right. Jenn Diz.
All right. Well, in the same vein as everybody here, I've loved doing events in the past. I haven't really done events since I moved or a little bit before then. So I really want to get back into this next year. So this is something I'm going to be exploring, and I don't want to commit to anything yet, but I really feel like Southern California has a lot to do, right? In all these fandoms, like big stuff, like Disney does their own events, D23. We have tons of cons for everything, but like, where's that middle ground between just hanging out with your friends or going to the big hits, right? Like, where's like the trivia nights? For instance, you guys do some every so often. Where's the hangouts or the Disney themed roller skate night or whatever it is? Like, I kind of want to like do some more of those activities that bring community together. So not only myself selfishly need to meet more people in the area, but can bring more people in the community together, whether that be Star Wars or Disney or any other fandom. We could have different themed events to get people, skipping a few levels of their fandom to get to talk a little further down the iceberg with each other. And I really love those events. I used to do them. I had a group in the Bay called the Bay Area Disneylanders, and we got together once a month and were able to do events. So I really want to get back into that level of things.
Wow, that sounds amazing, and maybe we could talk.
Yeah, right? We should.
Yeah.
We should absolutely.
Yeah.
How awesome. Wow.
2026 will be the year for trivia.
Yes, bring it on. I love me some trivia. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Well, we can say that starting this Sunday.
Oh, yeah. We are starting our TikTok Trivia Live shows. So we're going to go live on TikTok. We're going to do trivia that are going to be themed each week, and they will have prizes attached. So, yeah, come join us at Skywalking Pod.
That will
6 p.m.
be
Pacific.
January the 4th.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
For sure. That sounds like fun.
And we're going to kick it off with 2025 recap.
Trivia.
Yeah,
right.
trivia, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And once again, prizes.
Yes.
Sweet.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was so fun to review 2025 with you guys. And before you go, Bobby, can you share your social media where our listeners can find you?
Yeah, so for all things Rebel Scum, it's going to be rebelscum.com or rebelscum.official on social media. For Rebel Scum Con, it's going to be Rebel Scum Con, basically anywhere you can find us on social media. Myself, I'm at Triptychonus, TRYPTICONUS. Basically every platform, but mostly Instagram and TikTok is where I post a lot. And that's where you can find me.
All right. And Jen, what about you and the Disneyholics?
Yeah, at the Disneyholics on any of your socials, and also the Disneyholics.com for all things Disneyholics, including all the platforms which you can listen to our podcast on.
Woohoo! All right. Well, what's our final hashtag? We gotta go all in.
Yeah.
For 2025. Hashtag.
We all have friends everywhere, from Anaheim to Texas.
Yay!
To line up my
and
hands
beyond.
somewhere. Yeah,
and
woo!
beyond. Hashtag 1, 2, 3. Hashtag we have friends everywhere. Woo!
We have friends everywhere.
Well, that wraps up episode 541 of
Skywalking Through Neverland.
We want to thank Jenn Diz and Bobby Robertson for coming on the show and sharing their time with us. And thank you, all of you Skywalkers, for a fantastic year. Thank you for listening, watching, and all you do.
And be sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow us on our socials at Skywalking Pod. And join us every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time for Things
We Want to Share,
where we go live and we share things we have done that week. We show our collection, Christmas present pile. We invite the Skywalkers to come on. We play trivia. It's a fun time. So please join us every week.
And new in 2026, join us every week Sundays on TikTok at 6 p.m. for a Focus on Trivia show where you could win prizes.
Another show per week.
Yeah.
Yep, coming to you, Skywalkers.
Yeah, make sure we are on TikTok at Skywalking Pod, like all of our rest of our socials.
And you can get autographed copies of Today in Star Wars History Part 1 and 2 and Skywalking Through My Fandom at skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book. And thank you to everyone who took the opportunity to get our books for our amazing holiday deals.
Oh, yeah. It was so great. We got to send out several of our books this holiday season. It was so cool. Now, do you want to support the show? You can join the Skywalking Force on Patreon for early access, no ads, and bonus episodes, including some full John Williams Hollywood Bowl concerts, which is really cool. So we want to thank everyone who is already on board. Those of you Skywalkers who were on Patreon this year did receive a special gift in their Christmas card from us.
Yay. Now, big thanks once again to our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park or Universal theme park? Well, their trip planning service is free. So head over there to smallworldvacations.com for a no-obligation price quote and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you and tell them Happy New Year's.
Oh, and remember, Spirit Jersey has their own Star Wars and Disney licensed clothing. So head to spiritjersey.com and get free shipping with the code SKYWalkNeverland, which is SKYWLKNVD. The code is on screen and in our show notes.
Now, we are part of the Skywalking Network.
Skynet.
Home to many great shows like Talking Apes,
Star Warsologies,
and the YouTube shows Collectopolis and
Today in Star Wars History.
Now, stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show.
And
always remember to have a safe and happy New Year.
And Neverland on Alderaan.
Good.
All right, I'm going to need your red, hot, clappy clap.
Okay, here we go. There's my hot take on my hot clappy claps for 2025.
There you go. Let's hit the road. What is this?
I don't know.
Wait, did we not go live?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that's why we don't have... Okay. I was wondering.
Oh, that's my bad.
Okay.
My bad.
All right, here we go. Neverland on Alderaan.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Land on Alderaan.
Oh, okay.
I was just reiterating.
I know. That phrase is like ceased to have meaning for me because you're just saying it like it's just so sing-songy.
Right. Hey, look at those names to the left. They are part of the Skywalking Force, our Patreon.
Become a producer yourself and check out all the Disney Plus themed bonus content available depending on the level you subscribe.
Become a member of the elite Skywalking Force at skywalkingforce.com.